So category should be good to go. We'll actually read the chat. Yo, welcome in everybody. Feel like it's been a minute. So welcome in Shibu, Dark Bonds, as well as Stickman. Says, where do you think Jason ranks in the tier list? I think he's very mid. He's just very mid, and it kind of bores me that he's so mid. That's just my takeaway. Like, I played him on release day. Like, you guys have seen that like on the custom. Haven't played the game since. My current verdict, he's just very mid. He doesn't have a lot. Very mid. He's just ranged. That's it. That's all he's got. He's just got range. That congratulations. We've already have plenty of those characters. So yawn, in other words. Whack, you know, doo-doo, you know, whatever term you want to use for it. Let's see. Better Springtrap? Yeah, quite literally. Yeah. Cody, welcome in. Since I say Jason's B+, but kind of disappointed with his power in my opinion. I agree. I wish he had a rage mode. Like, I wish they gave him more stuff to use. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they made it so, like, he had, like, a rage meter where he could, like, walk faster and break stuff faster or something like that. Like, that would be pretty interesting to see. I'm just saying. You know? But that's just, you know, what I think. Because he, like I said, he's very mid. I like, you know, considering he's a gigantic release, we're getting the same thing with Springtrap, where like the character just doesn't really represent the lore very well, doesn't represent what we expected from the character very well. Like, it's very mid, and it's kind of sad. And he's one of, like, Jason is one of my #1 favorite horror icons, like, ever, before, you know, Scream came along. So like, come on now, like, as a fan, I'm not very excited about it. Yo, yo, Giggity, welcome. Rage mode like Kaneki's makes survivors rage. Yo, it's very true. One aggressive Myra is not just range slap. I agree. It's like it's like as if they heard what I said about his ability to be able to throw things, and they just took that and ran with it. It seems like they took that as the whole entire concept. They said, you know, he could throw us up pretty far. There you go, boys. We got it. And it's like, okay, is that it? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, is that all? Like, yes, there you go. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, where's the rest? This is the rest. And you're like, where's the rest? Like, where's the rest of the power? Like, where's the rest of everything else? Behavior already buffed a survivor perk that didn't need one. Oh, Jesus. And yet I'm the one crying, right? Like, that's what I find so ironic. It's like, they'll say that if we're commentating about the game and we're like talking negatively, it miraculously becomes crying. Which I find ironic, right? Because when you think about it, the evidence keeps showing itself. Why are we getting yet another survivor perk a buff? It makes no sense. Springtrap versus Jason, which one got the worst perks? Oof. Nah, Springtrap has the worst perks, 100% confirmed. Because Jason at least has like an interesting undetectable perk or two that can actually be pretty decent. Like, Springtrap genuinely has like awful perks. Actually, hold on a second. Let me rephrase. Let me check it. The fuck? Let me check again. Let me check again. Yeah, I don't know what's up. Yeah, this one controller really wants to do its thing today. Oh, okay. Rampage, pretty decent. Okay, I guess you're using a different one today. Jesus. Okay. All right. Hex, Crash, Silent, Shadow, and Rampage are pretty good. Considering that Springtrap only has one good perk, I think Jason's are just better. Should have been, Jason should have crafted different weapons. spear, the rage meter when it's full, loses spirit but instant down. That's what I'm saying. Yes, more permanent charges for healing. Like, literally, that makes no sense. It just makes no sense. I don't know why they can sit here and say that the game ain't survivor-sided when they're getting another buff every other update, yet killers have been... There's like at least 10 killers that haven't received any changes or updates for years that have massive game-breaking bugs that they haven't fixed. Yet they can instantaneously change and buff up a survivor perk within a week. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, I don't know what else you need. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Yo, Owari, welcome in. Trilla has a mind of its own, literally. New cross-examination is OP and not getting nerfed till the next patch. Damn. Moonlight Falls, welcome in. The condition is to just cleanse her Boon. Of course it is. Do you think they make survivors more OP because more people play killers, so they're trying to get people to turn to survivor? No, it's the opposite. It's because the player base only is obsessed with survivor, bar filler, simulator. The minority is actually on killer, believe it or not. Believe it or not, less people play killer than survivors do. Believe it or not. I know it sounds crazy because like a lot of us actually want to have fun and enjoy a video game instead of filling bars all day, but no, that is genuinely the case. And we know this because of the surveys they've conducted. We know this because of the updates. You notice this because of the players who complain are usually frequently survivor players, and they usually have more of them complaining. Stuff like that. So like it's a lot of things that come into play. Into the fog, milestones, drift pass. Okay, hit survivors with the basic attack, quests, emblems, chase. Okay. So, either way, hopefully the queue times are 7-minute queue time is still kind of long. Guys, survivor queue is very rough. JD Jack, welcome in, says, I don't know how I say J, it's GD, but whatever. Survivor perks are completely overpowered, while killer perks are just get released or a step above garbage. Giggity says, I think a fix would be making survivor gameplay more unique. That's what I was saying. I think that they just need to make it more interesting, because as I keep saying, I've said this plenty of times, it's like the survivor side has really uninteresting gameplay. Like there really isn't a lot to go off of in that, like, whatsoever. It's very uninteresting. Damn, they got some basic bones freaking control settings too. Cozy, welcome in. Says the fact that Behavior hasn't updated their OG line of killers is mind-boggling. The new survivor perks are gonna be cracked on release day. They usually are. I wonder what Art the Clown's powers are going to be. A brutality meter, maybe. I was saying that why doesn't he have a bag of tricks? We can call it, because he always walks around with a bag full of stuff. So that's why I thought, why doesn't he like pull out stuff, you know, in the match? Kind of like a power wheel, like how Vecna has his, like the Lich. I was like, why don't we have like a power wheel where he can say have a range option, or have like an anti-heal option, or have like a sound cue, like something like a horn, or like to maybe like, you know, throw people off or something, you know, like you know, stuff like that. Like that could help. Or like a stealth option. Like just give him different little abilities or other things that can work together. Skill check slaps, literally. Boo says, V, did you see the clip from the 10th anniversary where there were like 20 killer mains in the crowd of hundreds of survivor mains? That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. So the queue times aren't because no one plays survivor. Always thought it was. Yeah, no, it's just like I don't entirely understand why it's like 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. I don't know why it's like it's longer. I think it's because the killer is fresh and new, and there's a lot of people that are trying to play the game either for the first time or just don't play any killer but want to try out the killer, stuff like that. Had a guy on Reddit ask for this to be nerfed because omnipresent evil's OP, brother in Christ. That's what I've been saying. I feel like the bully squads have gotten much stronger, but it can't be just me. It depends on what you mean by like stronger. Like if their ability to bully is stronger, then technically yes. But there hasn't been any patches that have updated the bully perks. OP my ass. If that's OP, then Rafe's OP. That's what I'm saying. Awari says they should make it so in order to start doing gens, they have to go find parts to do a minigame and start fixing them. I've been saying that. What's your opinion on Art the Clown coming to DBD? The thing is that Art the Clown was, as you guys who have been listening to the streams for quite some time, know that was my #1 killer that I wanted to come to this game for months, like you guys know. And I'm happy on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm like, the game is in such a horrendous, god-awful state that I'm like, what is the point? Like, it's like he's probably going to get fucked up the same way that Jason got fucked up. Like, he doesn't have, like, they're probably not gonna give him anything in his kit that's worth anything. Like, my idea for giving him like a power wheel like the Lich, I don't know why they haven't gotten back to that. Like, we've seen Dracula do that, sort of. Then Houndmaster's garbage ass releases. Kaneki doesn't have anything interesting besides dashing. Springtrap, same thing, just teleport, throw. Then we have the first, which is like not teleporting, but like, you know, kind of flying around and then range. Then we have range again that is just moving around fast range, which is the same thing as the first. So we got the same gameplay on Jason, same gameplay on Henry, same gameplay on Springtrap. I'm like, okay, like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, all of this, because it's the same exact gameplay. The last time I've seen something unique was Dracula and Vecna, like the Lich, because you get a power wheel with different utilities, and then you get a character with like powers that can be used in different ways. Like, what happened to that? So I know that when they add Art the Clown, they're not gonna fucking do that. Even though when you look at the goddamn films, bro is doing different things. Like, give him a pistol he can use like one bullet that he can like use to injure someone at range, or you can give him like a knife he could use that he can throw, or pull out, have his horn be a thing you can use, or have like something that can make you undetectable, or, you know, like maybe he could wear like a survivor's skin or something. Like, I don't know, like, just give him something. Like, give him something. Maybe you can have him have a traversal where he used the tricycle. You know what I mean? Maybe you can make it third person and he's on the tricycle, like, you know, like going around and like, you know what I mean? So you can hear him coming, like, you know, squeaking it around and stuff like that. He has to get off of it. Like, you know, come on. But I know they're not going to do that. 100% more interesting instead of making the survivors have okay perks than that. OP. That's why I like to watch killer gameplay instead of survivor. I've been saying that, yeah. Yo, Mr. V, welcome in. Because I don't have to watch skill check gameplay 99% of the time. Skill check gameplay. You want to make survivors lose their minds with Jason, just run Blood Favor and Ruin. That's pretty funny. When I play at night, queue times are fine, usually less than 5. I don't want to play survivor, but I don't want to play against Swift. So buns. Shoulder the Burnish, shoulder the Mosquito, shoulder the Crutch. Although Jason is pretty good at tunneling. I'll say decent. Imagine if the clown have D&D Vecna power to switch his playstyle, weapon abilities from his bag. That's what I was saying.
Coffee.
I appreciate the hydrate. Hopefully with the graphics update they can revisit the Moris so Bubba can actually cut someone in half. Would be amazing. They would never. They would never. Like another Lich type power distance switch between mid chase is unique AF. That's what I'm saying. Why don't we have something like I thought Jason would have something similar because he's known to use different weapons. Yo, Jam, welcome in. Why didn't they give it to Jay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we not getting it for Jason? Or why are we not getting it for this? Or not getting, like, you know what I'm saying? But this is my lore accurate Jason build. I went for enduring and brutal to kind of have that feel of rage mode. And then we have rampage because it has to do with like breaking stuff. And then we have whispers, Which we technically don't need whispers because he already has like the whispering. You could maybe swap that for a Spirit Fury.
Hit me with your fat cock. Hit me with your cum shot.
I love bringing Thrill the Hunt, Face Darkness, Ruin, and Haunted Grounds. Hell yeah. But like 10th anniversary Killer Power, it's underwhelming. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't make any goddamn sense. But that's unfortunately the state of the game. That's why I'm literally just going to just do whatever. We're gonna fill up our time slot like how we always do. We're gonna play like whatever we can. I might load up some customs if it's gonna take this long and just play in the background while we talk about other stuff at this point, because these queue times are just long, dude. Like, they're just long. They're just long. Maybe wait 13 hours for a mid-killer power, which I wanted to talk about that, but it feels like it's such a nothing burger. Like, it's just a classic DBD wasting your time. It's pretty much the usual. In other news, I did update a couple things on the YouTube side of things. Like, if you guys have been tuning in or been paying attention, like, we have
hydrate, but
all I have
is coffee.
The main channel. We have updates to the second channel for Rivals. We have updates to the third channel now as well. So I have that. You got they're afraid of the backlash. Rivals complaining about killer powers. Is it just me? I think they definitely are. They just going off of what I've seen. Oh, Jesus, fucking heaven. Because, of course, I'm getting the one map that has the most amount of pallets in the entire game. Why wouldn't I be? Oh, I went below. That's not ideal, but we'll work with it. Damn, they just got a gigantic amount of distance for that. Oh, well, damn. I forgot it doesn't have travel time like that. It's not really going where I aim it, so. Classic power not working properly. I can see that DBD is still the piece of shit that I remember. Good to know. Gen already 99 and we just spawned. Good to see. Good to see. Barely got into half of a chase. Game is lagging. Love to see it. Of course, it just misses because it's just a garbage power. Not surprised. So you can sit there and spam that for free. That's amazing. Another Gen 99, we barely just spawned. Sounds about right. Yep, sounds about right. Barely just spawned, by the way. Yeah, I mean, they can just zigzag for free, yet I have to actually aim. It's ridiculous, bro. Even the counterplay is just nonsensical. Like, brother. Yeah, I can't counter that. Can I use this? No, because it's so fucking slow, I can't make any distance. Bro, this character is dog shit. Why does bro have no anti-loop? Like that's the best that I have? And look at how slow that is. They can't let Jason be fast. No, the hell no. They can't let that happen. That's against the fucking rules. 3 gens 99, by the way. it doesn't connect. Thanks, game. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, game. I really do. But how are they speeding past me? What are we talking about? Bro, this fucking game is such a piece of shit, bro. Like, it's actually pathetic. The fact that you're limited to spawning specifically on those is insane. Like, it can only be the pallet. Like, you can't just stop and do what you need to do. From my understanding. Why isn't there an option to cancel, like, midway? But, of course, because the hit cooldown is mad long. Gotta break off. Just takes so fucking long to get a single hit, let alone a down. And, oh, okay. Thanks, indicators, for not working properly. Yo, man, this game is so ass. Jesus Christ. Like, prompts don't even work properly. Like, dude. And Brit. Wow. Okay, behavior. You got it, bro. Just fuck playing killer at this point. Like, can I just go to the pallet? Why does it make you stand there for 5 fucking minutes? Holy shit. Yo, like, why is it that you use it and you can't even, like, you can't just cancel it? You have to go to a fucking pallet. Why? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why aren't you able to just uncloak? Like, why does it have to be specifically a pallet location? That's fucking stupid. And I mean, well, when the throw is that fucking long to throw, holy shit. How long it took to get this shit ready? Bro, and then they want to nerf the character. It's mind fucking blowing, dude. Piece of shit. Fuck out of here. Still ass at the game as I expected. Probably ran to go hide in a corner. More than likely they're gonna... So I'm gonna walk away for a second, see if they come back. I mean, there's multiple gens just 99 and they can just walk away for free. So there really isn't a lot I can physically do. There really isn't anything I can physically do. I mean, by the time you even use it, they're already making 1,000 miles a distance. Like, that doesn't make any sense. This extra haste is not even remotely noticeable. Like, I'm not really moving very fast. Right, there's another fucking pallet. Ay, ay, ay. Takes an eternity to just catch up to one fucking person, bro. Can I use it? No, you have to wait an extra 15 seconds just to fucking activate it. Look at how long it takes to fucking use. Like, who's using this character? Another pallet for free. Go to the next one. Another pallet for free. Another pallet for free. Another pallet, which they can just use to vault right over. They don't even have to go down. Yo, this character is dog shit, bro. Ay, 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 bro. Shit is insane. You have to be fucking joking, bro. Jesus Christ, this character is dog shit, bro. But they want to nerf him. That's the craziest thing about this whole scenario, is the fact that they want to nerf this trash ass character. Like, what are we talking about? But let me actually catch up on chat. Since Jason is coming soon because he was gonna play and he's too OP. Apparently he's OP when you can't even get a fucking kill. It makes no sense. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with their game, dude? When I'm going against meta slop, but you know, you're not allowed to have fun. Yo, appreciate the 10 from Mr. V. Let's give some love in the chat for Mr. V for dropping it. We're about to do a build request using a hex build on the worst character release you've seen in a long time. It's actually insane. This is genuinely one of the worst characters I've ever fucking played. Like, it's actually pathetic. Genuinely, he's so fucking ass. I don't know how people can actively sit here and say he's somehow overpowered. I do not know. Like, please check them into a fucking insane asylum, because there's no way they unironically are sitting here saying this character is strong. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You have to be joking. Like, you literally give them 100 meters of distance by going to a fucking pallet. Like, it's like, at what point are you even, like, what's the purpose of using it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You can't use it as anti-loop, and then you're 4.4, so you have to have the laser accuracy when you're using, what, a controller? Like, come on, bro. So, God forbid you don't have a mouse and keyboard to plug into your fucking console, apparently. It's like, come on, man. Spawn a rock. Where is that one? It's like terrible, dude. Like, then we have to wait 7 minutes for a gen rush. Like, ridiculous, bro. The reason they let you throw over the hooks is for that reason, but it's so silly. Yeah, that's just so garbage. What do you think of the build I have for Jason? Rapid, bam, brutal, turn back the clock. I don't even know, honestly, because he's so bad that I don't even know if that would even be good on him. They just gotta throw out, like, they just gotta throw this character out the window. Like, he's garbage. He's ass. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ, I've had way more enjoyment forgetting this game exists, like, than having to play this slop. Jesus Christ. It's kind of mind-boggling, because I'm like, how are people genuinely just brain dead to say that this character is even remotely good? Like, I don't even understand it. Your pickup for your character, for your spike, takes 5 fucking minutes for you to lift it, which gives them plenty of time to zigzag all over the screen. You're like, all right, well, I have to be pinpoint fucking accurate with no reticle. Like, brother, what are we doing? And then there's no fucking travel time somehow. Like, what are we talking about? Like, this shit is so turbo ass. Like, what the fuck? Bought Wesker yesterday, haven't never played him. Might be fun, but I hear he's buns. Yeah, he's very bad too. Like, he's very bad. He got power crept pretty heavily by like every new character release. He's very bad. I call up playing killer being the supervisor. Like, sure, it sounds fancy, but in reality, your job is just to be the person that gets yelled at. Literally. So Chaotic says, pretty sure haze is enough to make you 4.6. It's actually 4.5.5 to be exact. So not even you don't even get the bare minimum of 4.6 movement. You get 4.5.5. Not even just 5%. You get 4 point. What? You get the full 6. Come on, man. And mind you, momentum is key in this game. So by you moving at less than 4.6, you're still slower than normal, which means you can't M1. And then you have to also stop and pick up a spike, and you have to also stop and aim, and then you have to also stop and shoot it, and then also stop and then do that. And like, bro, like this character is so wildly inefficient. Because the mechanic would be broken if you just appear out of your power anywhere. I do think that's inaccurate though, because then why is Wraith still mid tier, even though he can teleport wherever he wants? You could say, quote unquote, which this thing isn't even really a teleport. It's more of like a dash around little phase thing, because you still have to stop at the resource. You're not like going wherever you want. So you have to essentially phase around. Then maybe if you're lucky, you can cancel it at the right spot, which gives them 15 to 20 meters just because you spawned. So it's like, it's terrible. So even if you say, oh, put on exhaustion per like add-on, and hey, you have this other thing, it's not going to make him any stronger. Like without exhaustion, you still have pallet, and you still have to aim extremely slow and then have to wait for 5 minutes, which I'm assuming you're even slower when you aim. So you can't M2 fake, you can't hold it, you can't do shit with it. Like, come on, bro. His character's trash. His character's trash, dog. Springtrap is the same shit, but just a smidge better, because you can have at least doors where you need them to be, versus you have to rely on the resource positioning versus where they're standing. Like, that's ridiculous. And you're not even confirmed or guaranteed any undetectable. Like, it's just, it's ass. Like, it's ass. It's ass. It's turbo ass. I'm like, yo. I think against inexperienced survivors he stomps, but that's every killer in the game though. Like we can't use inexperienced survivors as a metric to how strong a character is, because keeping in mind that any character will look strong against somebody who has no idea what the fuck they're doing. On average, when we're talking about the strength of a character, we need to be looking at its counterplay against people who actually know how to counter it, and how easy it is to actually perform said counterplay, and in turn, how much time it would take to practice that said counterplay in combination with what the power does in the first place. That's usually how we measure these things. But the problem is, this character, his entire counterplay is Shift W and then move slightly to the side. What? Like, that's it? Like, that's, anyone can do that. You can go on your keyboard right now and press A and D a few times. You're gonna just automatically dodge it just because you press the key. So then you have to hold it, but then if you hold it, you're slow, but then if you don't, you're slow. If you teleport, you're still slow. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this character's trash. Yo, GV, welcome in. He's trash. Like, he's so trash. Plus, his ranged ability makes them fly even further away. Like, no way. Like, he's already moving slow. Why would he need to be even slower than that? Because they still have time to get up and walk away. Because you have to, oh, but you gotta shoot at them toward the wall. And it's like, that's not even guaranteed, when sometimes it just will glitch and not let you hit the wall. It's like, Brody. Killer queue times last longer than the game themselves. Respectfully, the only person I've seen complain about the character. That's not entirely true. Have you not been on Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube comments, blah, 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 looking at all the survivor mains complaining about this? God forbid a killer main says a character that's shit is actually shit. Like, he's shit. I don't like, you can disagree if you want, but I'm just saying. He's literally just range slop. Like we already have that in the game, and that's easily countered by just shift W and running some to a fucking pallet. By saying, oh, just get your aim straight isn't a good metric to determine if the character's strong or not. That's like saying Slinger is A tier because you have good aim, therefore you win. Like, he's still ass. He still moves slow as shit. He doesn't get stronger because, oh, you landed your shot. He still needs to follow up afterwards. That's the biggest issue with this character. He's literally like Slinger and Springtrap in the same character, and they're both weak. Bro, he really takes an eternity. Like, come on. It's on the other side, but because I turned it the wrong way. Now we're 4.5 point, you know, whatever the fuck. Not even 4.6 faster. We're like a smidge lower than that. This character's shit, bro. He should have been way stronger than this. Let me try to get over there. They probably crouched. My assumption. Yeah, these people are genuinely confused. Oh, I went to grab the hook. All right, bro. Guess I pressed it too early or some shit. Yeah, these people don't know what the fuck they're doing. This character's shit. And me going against baby survivors is not gonna magically make him strong, okay? That's not a good metric. I stand by this, bro. I stand by it. What the? How did it go there? Oh, he can, and they only get undetectable from the hook grabbing, not the actual fucking pack. That is dumb. That is dumb as shit. As well. Come on, behavior. Like, you have the potential to do so much, and yet you just choose not to do shit with it. It's kind of pathetic. Like, why are we not making it for every, like, hole grab? Like, that would make a lot more sense. That would make a lot more sense. Hold on. Throw that over there. Can I grab one from the hook? Come on. Come out. Yeah. Shit is mad slow. Okay. go, come on. Get this shit over with already. And then Unbreakable is a perk that exists. Unbreakable is a perk that exists in this world. Of course it does. And oh, come the fuck on. Right, we're back to slop by bitch light. I'd love to see it. Where the goobers who are supposed to lose are still making comebacks because perks exist. They really need to nerf the horseshit out of a lot of things in this game. These people should have already been on their next game. They lost the game already. Nah, here's a perk for your fucking troubles. You know, you're not allowed to just win, killer. You're supposed to jump through 10 hoops, so they have to just go in the kiddie pool and do nothing. Of course. And that doesn't connect somehow. Bro literally, like, he literally leaned into the attack and just didn't get hit by it. Come on. Come on, let's go. Just get this shit over with. I don't know why we need to do all of this extra shit. The game is already over. Sprint burst 99. What a surprise. Oh, right. Because it doesn't aim where you aim it, it aims where it wants to. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. You know, I didn't press to, you know, move it to the side or anything. You can't hit at all. I forgot. It's his behaviors. Oh, wow. You can't hit when you teleport? No. Of course not. Right, so the bot can just get right up and then they can crouch it anytime they'd like. Amazing, man. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Once again, yet another second chance provided by Behavior's game design. With no hit because I'm 4.4. Can it just let me do my thing? Fuck me. Right, it's still slow as shit. Good lord. Right, shift W. Into the pickup. Of course it is. This game should have been over already, but no, there has to be more. I totally want to win for the 5th time in a row, you know? That's exactly what I live for. That's exactly what I live for. Playing a shit killer with garbage abilities and having to play the shit game over and over and over and over. Further proving my point every update. Further proving my point every match. Like, it's just like, it's ridiculous. And people are still obsessed with the slop, and I just don't get it. I can play a different game that can offer me more for my time, and yet I have to play this piece of shit. Like, come on, man. Can we just get this shit over with? Like, goddamn. How many times do I have to win? Just waiting for a sound. Come on. Gotta be something. A clunky ass character, bro, and her animations are jank too. Like, what do they fucking pay these people for? Like, who the fuck is doing like the animations in this game? Because I know they did a lot of layoffs. They must have fired the guy that did the original animations for these characters.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
They must have genuinely just sat there and fired like the main head of the animation team, because there's no way. There's no way. There's no fucking way. They must have fired him, bro. Jesus. Anyway, goddamn. Yo, Quan, welcome in. Says, I'm pretty sure getting a damn spear through your chest stops you from running IRL. That's what I'm saying. 13-hour reveal stream for this. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I gotta sit here and wait 10 minutes to play a shit-ass killer, bro. Come on, man. This character's dog shit. Like, we sat here and waited years for Jason to arrive, and bro is just Springtrap 2.0. Huh? Like, of the audacity. Like, the fucking audacity. Mid-ass to shit-ass killer, bro. And in this current day and age of DBD, mid is ass. If you're mid, you're ass. Like, that's just how it works in this game. You have to be Blight to keep up. You have to be Blight. You have to be Blight and Nurse. You have to be Drac and Lich. You can't be ass tier. You can't be mid tier. You can't be Freddy. You can't be Demo. You can't be Pyramid Head. You can't be these characters. You have to be the Kennekys and the Blights and the Dracs and the Liches. You gotta be that. And if you're not that, you're gonna fall behind. Love the cute time still not going down, pretty much. A little undertuned. My main gripe is the bullshit delay they slap onto every fucking power, which makes him clunky, but otherwise it feels like a mid to high B tier. And they want to nerf. That's what I'm saying. The character is shit in comparison to other characters in this game and the potential that he could have had, especially if we look at Friday the 13th, the game. Bro had at least 4 to 5 different things they could have done with him. Just if you look at that ASIM alone. This guy is not a threat. When he does extremely slow stomp through the pal, it looks so silly, plus the fact he looks like a cartoon more than an actual threat. That's what I'm saying. Yep, nope, it doesn't get you to 4.6 because if you're 4.4 and then you like, or I guess 110% movement speed, we're gonna use percentages. If you're 110% movement, you add 5% haste, that means you're 4.6 meters per second. But because it's a 4.5%, it's less than 5, meaning that you're, instead of being 4.6 or 4.5 or 4.5 point whatever, like 5.6, 4.56 or 4.57, some stupid shit like that. So when you take that into account, you don't even get to be an M1 killer movement. You're less than that, which is insane. Like, what the hell are they doing with this fucking character, bro? Orius, welcome into Japanese side, puts Jason at B tier already. Like I said, even before when I was playing in the customs, I said he was super duper fucking mid. Playing against experienced players, he's dog shit. He's C tier. He's ass. He's ass. And you could disagree, you could hate it, you could get mad if you want. But at the end of the day, mark my words, chances are he's gonna drop in the tier list. Give it a few months. Give it maybe 6 months if you want. Because notice that everyone said Springtrap was crazy when he came out. And then notice now he's in the B to C's now. So let's not kid ourselves, okay? Just because bro has the same exact power as 2 different characters and he can throw with something that's way too difficult to land with controllers does not magically mean he's gonna be like better than B or even gonna stay at B. He will drop. I'm calling it now. Watch the tier list drop. He's going to drop down to C below. The nerf again is TP omnipresent for anti-tunnel. He TPs even more slower. Yep, that makes sense. I've generally known YouTubers to say that Jason's the most fun killer they made. Bro, they're shills. Don't listen to them. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Anybody who's going around saying that these characters are more fun than they genuinely are in terms of their capability of what they can do, considering the fact that it is still opinion based and the fact that it is still going to be their opinion, I can't exactly argue against opinion. However, keeping in mind that if we're looking at it from the standpoint that we're taking elements from different characters, this character feels exactly like another character that wears an animatronic outfit. Mind you, Springtrap kind of does it better because he gets faster when he's out, when he throws his axe away. Jason doesn't do that. He can teleport, hey, sure, but he's still not undetectable when he comes out of it. He still is moving less than M1 killer speed. and he can't get any faster unless he uses that power. So Springtrap just does it better by a long shot, and the axe has a bigger hitbox, so you can be a little more generous with how you land your shots. And people saying that he's better than Springtrap, or people trying to say that he's the most fun killer they've ever released, are kind of being a bit disingenuous, because Springtrap exists. We already did this song and dance. Let's be so honest. We have to be so for real. We can't let the fact that it's Jason blind us. We need to keep in mind that we close your eyes and you listen to what the abilities do. You'll just see it happen over and over and over, because we can't be enamored by the sound effects and the cosmetics and things. We need to look at it from a base level. Although I will say you don't need to stop really at all to grab a hook if it's nearby. You can just drive by, grab it as you keep moving. It doesn't slow you down at all to grab a hook. The problem is that you have to leave chases to grab it in the first place. So you're losing distance because you have to break off and go somewhere, and then you have to rely on the fact that it will have to spawn a certain way for it to be more beneficial to you. So if you just happen to be on a map with a bad spawn, the same thing with Onryo. If you have to deal with it spawning in a bad spot, you will just inevitably lose distance and lose more than you would gain. And I know I'm speaking from like a high level sweat ball macro standpoint. A lot of people just want to get on the game, put on a blindfold and play Jason. Hey, that's perfectly fine. You can do that and have fun with the character. I'm not saying he's not a fun character for people to play. However, we need to be fully aware of the fact that this is still the same character with a different cosmetic on. Is the same character, and he's not gonna get any stronger. Like they're talking about nerfing him. So like, can you imagine? Like, it spikes blood papers help. It does. H.s.x. could work as an M1 without an axe, and M2 the only thing I like about him. First person I hear say Springtrap is better. Springtrap is better than Jason, bro. I'm saying this with my whole chest. He is better than Jason. Because at the end of the day, me holding my spike in my hand, I can at least actively say, you know what? Well, not my spike, I guess in this case, the Springtrap. I can throw it away, like, I don't need this shit, yeet, and then just throw it away, and I can get into a chase and think, okay, my usual M1 movement works. Jason doesn't have that. I have to slowly limp my ass around holding a stick in my hand. I'm like, bro, can we like launch it and get better movement? To be fair, is Shift W even a counterplay? It's not. It's just literally just that it. You want to wreck people who body block, Ghostface, or cross use force penance. So I stick with Kaneki and Rize. Are you gonna stream Rivals for us? Good point. I should be streaming Rivals more, to be fair. I have to drop a video for my Rivals channel, I think today, because I meant to put one yesterday, but I didn't have time. I need to put one up today. For those of you who've been checking out the other channels, I haven't. The second channel, which I'm gonna shift that to be my main channel, because I think it's called It's v.h.s.x with like 2 question marks. That one's gonna be my main channel, I think, for the time being, I would say, and then this one will be the DBD channel. That's why I renamed it to have DBD in the name, because I want to move past that and start focusing on more things I'm passionate about than this slot fest. So that's why I renamed it to have DBD in the name. The other one has Rivals, so you know it's a Rivals channel, and then we have the main one that's for video essays and things like that. I see people complain a lot, but that's every they release. Yeah, it's confusing. I watched a True vid last week. The title's really Jason, the most fun killer DBD ever made. People do genuinely like him. Not every new killer will be everyone's cup of tea, but Jason is liked by quite a few killer mains. I don't know. They lend a hand change has led it to showing up more in my matches. Yeah. I'm almost convinced that the MMR changes when you get slammed and puts you against baby survivors during your next match. It definitely does. It definitely does. Because it lowers your MMR. Mind you, like, I have characters on this game with, like, the highest MMR, and it doesn't really it takes a while for it to decrease unless I'm actively losing constantly with that character, like for example with Ghostface or even Freddy. So I've never played a match with Jason yet. I'm going against people who are at least competent enough to know how to move to the fucking side, and then the next match I'm getting brought down to the beginners. So like it's this MMR shit is ridiculous. Yo, Tank Up, welcome in. It's here's to love, here's to honor. If you can't kill a survivor, F a survivor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to inform you that your salt levels are much too high. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm right. The thing is about this game is that I'm always right, and I always consistently am right with this fucking game. And people love to argue with me till they're red in the fucking face. But notice that every single time I'm always fucking right. I said it every time. I'm like, oh, without fail. I even remember when Houndmaster released and I got into a heated argument about Houndmaster. I was like, yo, Houndmaster's ass. No one's gonna fucking play her. And then the person I was talking to was like, no, what are you talking about? Yes, they are. This character's so good. Oh my God, everyone's gonna play them. And then notice that we don't even see anyone play this fucking character. I'm calling it right now because I've seen it over and over and over again. Like, bro, I'm saying this because it's true. I'm saying this because it's facts. I already can see the goddamn future at this point with this game. You can just a crouch to avoid ever being found by it. Exactly. The fact that Jason's entire counterplay is just crouch compared to as Jason, I have to micromanage and place and turn my little hologram body to the side and this, that, and the third, and all I have to do is just crouch? All he have to do is move to the side? I'm like, come on, bro. I'm just saying, man. Like, what? What? Come on, man. It's ridiculous. It's the same thing with Chucky, too. It's like you have to do all of this setup, and then they just counter by moving slightly to the side. Bro, make these characters' abilities easier to use so that when they just dodge to the side, you go, hey, the effort is equal. I press this, they press that at the right time. That makes sense. No, I gotta slowly lift my hand up for 5 minutes, then slowly try to line up my shot. But oh wait, there's clutter in the way, so you can't use your fucking power. Anyway. Yo, they did Fire Them Remember was a big thing a few months back. Exactly. So that's why the animations are so jank. Even Crossing has good chase potential. I just refuse to even play Crossing. Would a Nightmare on Elm Street game be like, I could see it being somewhat like an Alien Isolation? Yeah, and honestly, if they made it single player, like, cause fuck asymmetrical games, if they made it a single player game, I think it would pop off. Can you imagine like something with like the graphics and something like Alan Wake 2, which I haven't played yet, but I heard is like really good. What if we had like sort of like Control Alan Wake type, like it's like mind-bending kind of stuff. Like you can walk in somewhere and then like oh, you know what else? Ghostwire Tokyo has the same thing. Why? Like, can you imagine a Nightmare on Elm Street game where you could just walk into a room and then like the walls slowly change and then like this thing like pops up and you start hearing laughing or scraping or something and you're like, oh my God, like, oh my. Yo, that would hit. That would hit a Nightmare game. They ever did fire the animator who did Springtrap and Chucky's animations. Yep, that makes sense. Because those animations on Springtrap and Chucky were fucking good. So no wonder the animations are fucking jank and dog shit now. And it makes sense. But what can you do, right? It's DBD slop day. So you think Jason is C or D tier? I think he's just C tier, bro. I like D tier is reserved for the Trapper, the Ghostface, and Skull Merchant, because that's the lowest that we can go. Like, there is no one weaker than them. There is no one weaker than Skull Merchant, Trapper, and Ghostface, and potentially Hag. Like, there is just no one weaker than them. But that, bar none, there is no one weaker than those characters. Because Clown still has a chance, for example, or even Unknown still has a chance for example. But like a character like Trapper has no range and only has snowball potential, which relies on luck, which you don't really want to do with a character. And Ghostface is just completely pointless to even use in this current meta and day and age. And then Hag, I think I have to add in there too. And the only reason I get so like up in arms is because I'm actually passionate about this game, at least to an extent. But I understand that the devs and the community don't give a fuck about this game like that. So like, you know, I want to see this game actually thrive. I want to see these characters actually, you know, do something. But that community ain't about that. Against good players, he has nothing in chase. He's too slow while throwing. That's exactly what I'm saying. Raya, welcome in. If you haven't followed Raya, or at least if a mod give a shout out, please do. I've just been on a rant like this whole thing. It's passion, man. I care about the horror games, dude. Like, I want the game to thrive, but it's like the community is not interested in that. The community doesn't want it to shine, because if they did, they would ask for good changes. They would want to see them thrive. You know what I'm saying? These characters to be scary. Like, we would make it scarier. Bro, I'm gonna just say Dark Stride because I keep mispronouncing that name. Dark Stride says his shadows for him to reappear need to be fixed based on the direction you're facing. I agree. Springtrap, he's just 110% basement without jump scares, but with a little bit huntress, except he has to reload with hooks or special place elements. Exactly. Not FC, welcome in. Springtrap is 4.6 without the axe. Immediately makes him better than Jason when it comes to chase. Thank you, Cozy. Thank you, Cozy, bro. Thank you, Cozy, for saying that. The fact that you could become an M1 if you need it is what makes Springtrap better than Ghostface. I mean, not better than Ghostface. Well, he is better than Ghostface, but better than Jason in every way possible, bro. He is power. Like, Springtrap just does the same thing better. Like, he just does. Bro says stop asking for a buff. He needs a buff. Has little to no gravity drop its huntress on roids. Not at all, bro. Yo, can we get some love in the chat for Mr. V dropping a 5? Ooh, it's a ghoul. A ghoul quest. But that's the thing, man. Like, I talk with this type of passion, man, because I care about the fucking game enough to talk about it, like, as you guys know. But it gets to a point where you just get exhausted, man. It's like it seems like you're just a crazy person, you know what I mean? Because it's like you want to see the game go into the right direction, but it's like the devs don't know what the fuck they're doing, and the community doesn't even know what they're asking for and doesn't know what they're talking about. So it's like, man, it's like, what are you supposed to do? But I gotta calm down, you know what I'm saying? Because no, it ain't that goddamn serious. This game's heading off of a cliff. You know what I'm saying? I care too much, and that's my problem. You know what I mean? That's why I've stepped away from this game as much as I have, because it's like it's just it's barking up the wrong tree. Is that the right phrasing? I forget. It's pointless is what I'm trying to get at. That's mainly what I'm trying to get at. It's just pointless. Like, I waste all this time and air and spit just yapping. It's like, what is the point? You know what I mean? Like, this game is trash. Jason being added brought out some of the worst survivors I've seen in the woodworks. Very true. Slender, welcome. As a good rule of thought is always check who is a part of the creator program. Exactly. Because mind you, I am a part of the program, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to shill for the chapter and, oh my god, you need to play this, it's so much fun. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm telling you straight up facts, because I've always said straight up facts. From the very beginning, I've been telling y'all facts. Because a lot of things in this community has to do with gaslighting and manipulation of the narrative. They're trying to inform you the wrong way so that they can gain and fill their ego boost for their free wins, and having the most easy bar filler simulator they could possibly have. That is ultimately what they want. Without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, that is what they want. Because if it wasn't the case, then we would not be getting these ridiculous requests. We would not be getting these ridiculous comments. We would not be getting these ridiculous changes being pitched. You know what I'm saying? Both suck, but I think Springtrap is worse because the action was a slow-mo. Survivors have to have a botched lobotomy in order to get hit by it. At least the spear is quick. I do disagree. I do disagree because of the mere fact that if you can lead your shots with the axe. It's like similar to Huntress. If you played Huntress, you know how to throw the hatchet the same way you could throw it on Springtrap. So that is not entirely accurate. The fact that, if anything, the fact that the spear moves as fast as it does in itself is a problem, because you can't really lead it or catch their dodge. You have to commit to that one throw because it doesn't have slow travel time to catch someone off guard or to be able to catch them on a dodge. You have to guess right right there and then on the second you press. Compared to, okay, I could throw this a little early. They might dodge into it, or they might dodge into the direction I threw it into because they're trying to dodge it initially. The mind game within how slow it is in itself is what gives it power, compared to just launching a stick just because, oh yeah, I got that shit. Like there's a difference. Didn't you say one time before they buff Vigil, no one believed that they were gonna buff it? I said that Vigil was gonna be meta before it even fully blown was in every match. I predicted that, and I said they need to nerf Vigil, like and the other stuff, and they proceeded to buff Vigil. And I literally said, I was like, yo, it's going to be meta. They're like, no, you're lying. No, it's not. I'm like, next thing you know, we find out not even how long later it became more and more meta. As every patch went through, it got better and better and better. I was like, yep, there it is. I'm always right, dude. You can disagree all you want. Just give it time. Because I've always been right. Press also people body block the leech to piss off your intestine whip. That's very true. You're the first streamer I see asking for a Jason buff because he needs one. Why is bro moving so slow with everything he does? That doesn't make any sense. Why is he so slow? They're obsessed with making these characters so slow. I'm like, for what? We don't know. And he feels clunky. Why are we not fixing the animations? Why are we not making him a 4.6 character without his spear in his hand? That should be like a baby basics thing that they should have already added. Because the only reason he should be 4.4 is by you having a range option. But he doesn't have that when he's outside of the holding the stinking stick. So why does he have that? Like, that doesn't make sense. Star Merchant, right? Trapper Tickle Seats here with his upper rarity add-ons. Fake news, Miami boys! I'm like, Mr. B says, I personally love people who play Sadako. It's a good gameplay. She requires some IQ, at least imperially, not easy to play. Yeah, I was trying to level her up for, you know, before I had pretty much quit the game. Yeah, it's just like, it's just a pain. Like, it really is. It really is. Yeah, my audio's delayed too. Let me re-add the audio because it's a little delayed. You need to change any perk that affects gen speeds and slow down gens down so killer's playable for anyone other than the best. Exactly. You don't like playing. They like this game. Stop lying. When I don't actually like Az and actually hit my shots, play like Az. My Jason matches are fine, but I also use an add-on that makes me untypeable after teleporting. They run into me at loops. They don't know what they want. They really don't. They don't have critical thinking and can't think 15 minutes ahead. It's very true. I don't mind the random. Unfortunately, JRD stopped playing DBD, and I don't blame him. I'm worried Quiet Kills is next. Yeah, bro, to be fair, I do think that Quiet Kills barely plays, I don't think, even as is. From what I've heard somebody tell me I think they spoke to him. They told me, so this is hearsay of somebody who said that they said him, but whatever. They told me that he does what I do, where it's like he doesn't play at all outside of streams, and he only plays it when he's live, which is me saying the same thing twice. But that's what I do. I don't play this piece of shit game outside of stream. I go on and move all my life. It's like The Last of Us, boy. I'm like, liar. I'm like, they're trying to say every killer is overpowered, so they keep getting free wins. It's very true. Boo says, I got my first real minus rep on my Steam profile. I feel so proud. We are all proud of you. Let's go. This is very exciting. And I'm glad that JRD quit too. Springtrap Axe and Huntress Axe are different. You have to think about arc with Springtrap, or you have to think about range with Huntress. The difference is, though, is that the only thing I would say is that Springtrap's axe is heavier than Huntress's hatchets. However, they still function similarly, where you're trying to aim it at the side of the character of the survivor. Let's say, for example, my cursor is where I'm aiming my hatchet, right? And let's say Ree's is a survivor. Okay, if I'm not gonna throw it directly at her torso, because then she can either go left or right. But if I think, okay, I notice he likes to lean toward the left, I'm gonna be trying to like throw my shot so that the travel time will make them go into the side. The problem is that Jason doesn't have that. When you're playing Jason, you don't have the opportunity to be able to catch dodges because of the travel time is so fast. You either have to aim, you see where my cursor's at? You kind of have to aim like either there, like very closely to the survivor, even if that even connects, or you have to aim directly at them. But if you aim directly at them, they have the freedom to move to either side. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I view the games very differently than a lot of people. That's why a lot of people will say, oh, this character's so good. And it's like, but if you break it down, because I've had the experience trying to learn Huntress and trying to learn Springtrap, I can say with confidence, the travel time is what makes it good. The travel time is what makes it easier to mind game them than it is to have an instantaneous, like, boom, it hits, because that can easily miss at any point. That's why when you're even Henry, his strength is within the fact that you have a delay, because then you can catch them on the dodge. That's what the whole mind game and the gameplay comes from when playing those characters. Give them the time. I'm like, one survivor perk who seems scary, be Conviction and Soul Guard with Unbreakable. Jason's faster than Myers in the movies. I don't know why Jason's not 115. I've been saying that since day one. The queue times is disgusting. Yeah, welcome in Shesaw, by the way. Those cute. Yeah, we have 7-minute queues. I watch him all the time. Pretty sure only plays it for streams. Anyway, I got a Pizza Hut ad as going to order pizza. Yo, HP, welcome in. This is Rarity. This dude, that shit's on DBD. Yeah, unfortunately. But we're just doing build requests. I got my Pyramid Head to Prestige 33. Hell yeah. I got my Onryo to Prestige 20, I think, just before the stream. So. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You could disagree with me. You can try to disprove it in some way, shape, and form, but I've always been right about these things. I've been able to predict a lot of stuff happening. I've predicted the Vigil buffs, in a sense. I predicted it to be meta. I called it out. I was like, they need to nerf it now because it's going to be meta. I know it is. I started seeing it in my matches, and I was like, yeah, it's going to get fucking disgusting. Next thing you know, it's meta. Right? So keep in mind, bro. I say this because I've seen it happen time and time again. I know some people are new to the game or new to the channel, so they don't know about my ability to predict things. But I'm telling you right now that I've called it in the past. I'm going to call it again, dude. The character is gonna fall off the same way Springtrap did. They talk a lot of shit and they try to say he's crazy and oh my god. No, I tried to get the grab off, it didn't let me. Have to get rid of the pallet. They already get a free sprint down the steps. So yeah. Yeah, see what I mean? They already have this down here. No grab. And then oh wow, the nerfs are definitely hitting hard. Jesus, I clicked too and it just didn't let me grab. Goes above, yeah. Or rather below, I mean. Need to get this bite off, dude. If I could get the bite, that'd be ideal. Okay, we gotta keep moving. And yeah, we already lost the gen. Welcome to DBD, how tough are you? Less than 30 seconds in and the gen's already fully completed, even though it's supposed to take 90 seconds to complete. It's getting done in half that. So they'll probably run this way. He's not paying attention. Yeah, there he goes. Dude, he's gonna be able to fucking full vault that. It's insane. At least maybe I can use my own haste. No, I can't because I don't have the disillusion active, so I just gotta break it. The autopilot survivor play, bro. Look at this shit. Then run to next pallet. Shift W meta. Run to next. Shift W meta. Run to next. Shift W. 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 Run to next. Like brainless gameplay, bro. But they want to tell me Survivor's hard, right? I'm like, yeah, sure it is. Maybe for the infant that just came out the womb, it's hard. But like, I don't think anybody with a brain is actually going to be struggling with Survivor. Like, let's be so fucking for real. You look at this shit. Run in a circle. Go to rectangle. Oh my god, so difficult. While they can sit there and literally do whatever they want. I literally can't do shit about it. It doesn't count as a fight, and then we're down to 2. Look at how long it takes to even get close to anybody. Doesn't count as a hit. Then it can just cancel under the pallet for free. So, great game design. Pallet here. It's like a, well, live is a perk that exists. I gotta run back. Yeah, they're just we're gonna be at 1 gen in less than 3 minutes. I gotta go back. Yeah, they're already on it. Yeah, and they can just kind of get up for free. Have a free god palette here. It doesn't matter if I play it well, because they can still just spam some bullshit, get away with it. Have to break off, but none of my chases are worth anything, because there's still a constant resource everywhere. Down to 1 gen already, because God forbid you actually need skill to play Survivor, when you can literally just autopilot and look at the sky all day. You know, it's kind of amazing. Yep, shift W meta. Shift W meta, 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 shift W meta. Takes a fucking eternity just to catch up. Let me guess, there's a pallet behind me or something? Is that what we need to? Problem is they're already on the last gen, so it'll pop in like 3 seconds. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1. Nope, even faster. They got the pickup. Gen's already at 50 fucking %. I went to grab the wall, but it says I'm getting that. Right. And then you can't grab because due to the range, so I have to literally sit here and aim it for 5 minutes. They can get up within a single button press, but I have to actually aim my shit. They're already fully healed in half of a second, because you don't need to actually take any time to heal anymore, because that's already been patched. With the healing speed updates, the med kit updates, the healing buffs, I mean, it's just incredible. And then they can obviously run away for free. I can't do anything about that, obviously, because of course shift W meta is the strongest thing in the game. Then they can pre-run to the gen, have 2 people on it. By the time I walk over, it'll be at 80%. And then most likely, I'm gonna assume, yep, already on it, most likely. I can't, don't point in kicking it, because I'm just gonna lose distance. There's 2 pallets up there, so regardless, if I get the hit on one or another, or whatever have you, they'll still run back down and have god pallet. If I go around this, they'll still be able to get the stun for free, because I have to actively know exactly how to place my grab specifically, but this dumbass can press spacebar 1 time and get more distance and more effort done in half of a second than it does for me to actually get over there in the first place. The input is not the same. Of course the grab doesn't launch you anywhere, because it doesn't matter. It has a set, yeah, exactly, a set duration with a set thing and a set that and a set this and a set that. It's amazing. Bro says, I'm convinced your content is ranting and rage bait, but aren't you simultaneously ranting and rage baiting right now? Aren't you literally bitching and complaining in my chat right now, doing the same exact thing though? But notice, he's doing exactly what I've always said they love doing. Instead of actually acknowledging the point, They just make up some bullshit and then cry and say, oh, you're just making stuff up, you're just coping, you're just complaining. It's like, but you're not even taking into account any of the points being presented. You're just crying about it. That has nothing to do with anything. You're literally not providing anything to the conversation, then want to pretend like you're right. Like, that doesn't work like that, dummy. Like, pay attention. Maybe you should have learned something in class. Like, they actually would teach you about these things. Like, that's not how you present points. But bro played Survivor, what, like 90% of his matches? So like he thinks that, oh, because I played my one game of Killer, it's so easy for me. Like, come on, bro. But Jason, the aiming is the same as Huntress, but the timing is Death Slinger and Xeno. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't quick scope, you can't do anything that's like fancy. You have to pre-aim every single thing and hold on to it for a while. There's no real skill expression there. No, Jason is not fine the way he is. Not at all. Same happens with Ghoul. You play perfect as Killer or you lose. Exactly. I love when I take one chase and if I don't down him within 30 seconds, I lose 2 gens. Exactly. My bad behavior wasn't running for a slot. Exactly. And then we have toxic Survivor man that wants to sit in the gate instead of just leaving. But oh no, I'm just making shit up. Oh, you're just complaining. You're just proving my fucking point. Like, oh, but it's a character, so that means you win. Since when? Please explain to me what I have to press to get my auto win button. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sick and tired of the fucking gaslighting, dude. I'm sick and tired of it. Like, they want to sit there and say just because you clicked on a character, therefore you automatically win. So where the fuck's my auto win? Where's my free 4 out? Or I guess 4 kills. Where the fuck is it? Where's my 4 kill button? Oh, right. That's right. That's right. That means it doesn't exist. So that means you actually put fucking effort into getting a kill. Ridiculous, bro. They buffed the new healing perks to get a brand new part on healing for everyone. Quite literally. Quite literally, bro. The game is not fair for killers since years. Let's be real by facts. That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, and now bro is making up a brand new point. Dog, nobody said that they're going to be buffed. What are you talking about? Points out legit issues in the game entitled Survivor remain. Oh, you mad? You mad? Literally, that's their logic. You point out a point? No, you're just coping. You're lying. You're lying. I'm like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro? Huh? Like, no one said that. Like, that's what I find so funny. No one fucking said that. Because now everyone can use that perk and easily knock out permanent 50% of the chance of the heal bar. This is why I think Rivals is more fun to play than DBD. Bro, I have 10,000 times more fun on Rivals than I do on DBD. And I've explained this time and time again. My knowledge and my effort into my characters applies more impact to a match on Rivals than it would be on a Killer for DBD. Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. You guys have seen it. You've heard me say it before. If I'm a tank main and I know how to play my tank correctly, guaranteed I can allow for more distance to be created to be able to hold the line against this, that, and the third. Without bar none. Me being good at tank allows for us to be able to progress. If I'm playing a DPS and I'm good at that DPS, me getting those confirms and those kills is going to allow them to move forward. Me playing a strategist, using Adam Warlock, who is my main, me knowing exactly when and where to position myself when I activate Born Again, so that we can go right into the position again and have a second chance and make comebacks off of that, is all a part of me learning and understanding the game better, compared to DBD where Timmy No Thumbs can shift W to pallet, press spacebar, and then make 1,000 more meters of distance because he vaulted over one time, because he had Live activated. In what scenario am I going to lean towards? The one that rewards me for my gameplay, or the one that is punishing me for playing well? Two different games, but yet the philosophy is the same. Bro, I love the fact that his entire barter is either if you win, which mind you, winning is, it doesn't even specify what the win is, number one. But two, he wants to get free promotion for his whack ass name. Like dog. You gotta try harder than that. I would rather play BP into thing than play killer, literally. It is survivor biased. It's already been shown. Show me the brain dead survivor win bias that with any handicap can execute. Yeah, they can. It's already been proven that the game is survivor biased. Can survivors still lose? Of course, because they make a ton of mistakes. The problem is that survivor players like yourself don't actually practice or use any knowledge or understanding of the game at all. So if you're losing a lot, that's probably because either you or your teammates are just ass at the game. And because of that, that's why behavior keeps dropping every new patch with a brand new heal buff and a brand new perk buff and a brand new base kit hook increase timer and the base kit endurance off of hook. Like, come on, bro. Come on now. Elden Ring is genuinely more fun than DBD. Like Elden Ring is so fucking good. You say Cheese to Glitch Master's new video, the anniversary is gonna be so disappointing. I need to get there. Remnant 2 as well. You're 100% right about that. Requires so much mental gymnastics to get a single kill is unreal. Even a killer that is considered good like Ghoul is struggling as well. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm not saying like, but mind you, right? I'm not a Ghoul main. Right? So I can understand like, yo, my positioning is not that good. But the problem is, right, is my like the effort I'm inputting and the effort I'm putting in to input the right thing and grab the right part and go over here and look right here and do this thing and that third, just so I can get in the pallet for a single hit when they can just press spacebar. Like, why do I have to put in 90%? They have to put in 10, maybe less. What the fuck? Like, this game doesn't make sense. Squirrel, welcome in. Since I played Survivor for 4 hours and have not complained about killers, I've complained a lot about my teammates being stupid, though. Exactly. I've said this before when we had somebody, I remember I was playing Trickster and somebody from chat had actually like joined in into my match I was playing. And I had mentioned to them, I was like, yo, this Survivor that it's in the chat, like they're good. Like they can hold their own. But the problem is that because of that, I can't actually engage with the fun part of the game, which is the chase. If I could have engaged with that chase, I would have been fun to try to like mind game them. But then I'm like, I have to keep breaking off chase because this will take too long. I literally will automatically lose the game because of the fact that I want to have fun. So that's my issue with this game. Why is the fun parts being ignored for speed and efficiency? Why are we over buffing the side that refuses to learn? That doesn't make any sense. But yet killers have to spend hundreds of hours to master their characters. Yet Timmy No Thumbs can shift W to pallet, shift W to the next one, then to the next one, then to the next one, then to the next one. What are we talking about? Like, they're two completely different things. Now, are there good survivors? Yes, but they don't have to be. It's not a requirement compared to killer. You can carry on rivals if you're good enough in your character. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Bro, just by you just literally saying run the $20 challenge or it's capped, that's not an argument, buddy. Like, that's not an argument. Like, come on, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, bro, like literally sits here and proves my point time and time and time again. Because he doesn't have any counterpoints. He doesn't have any evidence. He doesn't have anything to disprove or dispute what I'm saying. He doesn't. But oh, just play Survivor. Play the boring side. I'm like, what is that supposed to accomplish? Oh wow, the killer main played Survivor for one game. Like what is that gonna accomplish? The patch notes still exist. Like the escape rates still exist. The data still exists. The gameplay that we're seeing in front of our own eyes still exists. I walk into a match and lose 2 gens in less than 30 seconds. That has nothing to do with how I'm playing. I could have downed him in 10 seconds and still lost a gen. It's like, what are you talking about? Honestly, I only played rivals for the cuter skins. I know what I am. It's crazy. Live is everywhere as well. It's a stupid perk that can be procced by pallet vault. Exactly. My thought process was, why don't we take off the medium vault requirement and make it only fast vaults? That's what I was saying. Why don't we make live more balanced by just removing that segment of the activation? Because then it would have to be, okay, I have live, I have to time this right so I can position myself correctly, running at the window correctly, or the vault correctly, and being able to fast vault it to get the live. I don't believe that you should be able to medium vault and still speed off. That doesn't make any sense. But mind you, I'm not even asking for the perk to get gutted. I'm asking for a requirement change so that it requires more thought process to actually play the game. Yet some way, somehow, they'll somehow twist that around and say that, oh, you're just being biased. I guess. Come with that skull merchant slides for the Devil survivors. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No Devil skins goated, suddenly gonna have to be a Daredevil main. It's so true. The Fog Slasher, welcome in. DBD is such a dog shit game. The licensing is keeping this game alive. This game needs a competitor bad. It's getting away with too much. That's what I've been saying. I have infinitely more fun in Elden Ring Night Rain than with DBD. Bro, that's like literally saying I have more fun at the beach swimming with the dolphins than fucking chewing glass. Like, to be fair, you know what I'm saying? Like, playing this shit ass game is asking to literally put yourself in a bad mood. Like, only killer main can understand that killer's disadvantage. Survivor mains are all full delusional, and we'll say the opposite. Hence, fully. I'm just saying, bro. But that's how it goes. I have to lower the bitrate a little because the connection is starting to bug out. We were having too much fun. Not really. Good thing is DBD is getting competition for multiple games, so if behavior doesn't improve the game, then at least we'll have another ace in to turn to. I'm glad I'm hyped for Saw Genesis. If you guys want a better game than Elden Ring, then there's a first Berserker Kazan as well. I absolutely love Jason. I'm seeing the Facebook post on the DVD page, Survivor screaming that he needs a huge nerf. That's what I'm saying. He's baiting along with the LOL, you mad, bro? You mad instead of having a good conversation. That's what I'm saying. It's pure bait. It's pure bait. It's pure bait. It's pure bullshit. It's pure bait. So that's what I keep saying. Like, don't listen to dumbasses like that, bro. It's pure bait. It's pure bait. They're just talking all this shit. And then yet again, look, another straw man. You see what I'm saying? Proving my point again and again and again and again. At what point did anyone in this entire stream say that nurse needed a buff? Not one point in this entire stream did anyone ever utter those words or type those words into the chat at all. At all. But in his delusional mind, he made up a scenario and then argues with it as if that person exists. This is the gaslighting that we are witnessing within the DBD community in real time. How many times do I have to point it out in videos? And now we have a live example. Not a single soul said that nurse needed to be buffed. Not a single one. In this entire stream, not a single person say that. So you already lost. You already lost the argument from the very get-go because you made up a scenario in your head with your own delusions that somebody said shit that nobody said. You already lost. Like, you can't be reasoned with at that point. You like, at that point, like, bro, go back to the sewers, dog. Like, go hang out with the Ninja Turtles and Master Splinter, because you're clearly not with the regular people. You must be like a mutant, bro, because you're not with the rest of us using logic. Like, there's no way. Bro is like losing his mind. Like, nobody said any of that. Like, it's insane, dude. Survivors need to stop relying on perks. Good survivors have strategies and understand the fundamentals of looping. I 100% agree. If I were a game developer, I already have the blueprint to give you DBD competitor. It's honestly not that difficult, and that's without licensing characters. Yeah, the only reason I even play DBD was because of licenses, and that's why you don't see me on like Identity V or some bullshit. So I'm on my phone. We can't see the YouTube chat. It's too small. Nah, I feel you. And then once again, bro is making up yet another scenario that no one is talking about. He's bringing up names that no one knows. He's making up scenarios. I'm like, bro is in his own world, bro. Damn, that's tough. He's too far gone. Bro is like deluded himself into talking to himself. That's crazy work. They should nerf more second chance survivor perks and make them more punitive and draw back instead of just being exhausted in all those second chance perks. I agree. This remind me of the last time we had a guy just like this. Didn't he join the Discord and start doing some shit? Most likely. So I can let him run his mouth for a little bit, but I think we can go ahead and remove him. You know, we got to bring out the authorities, you know, and I'll remove him myself. Bro is genuinely like, bro genuinely sat there and made up points that no one said. Started bringing up other names that nobody mentioned. Started making up scenarios that nobody said, and then proceeded to think he won. I'm like, all right, bro. You can't reason with these people. That's what I keep trying to fucking tell y'all, dude. Like, you can't reason with them. You can't. Now he's just saying more random words. Like, bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, you can't reason with them, man. So we just gotta call security, bro. Get him out of here. We just gotta get him up out of here, cause like this is crazy. Bro has lost his goddamn mind. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me just get him up out of here, bro. Let me call the authorities. Let's go ahead and time him out. There we go. Just get him out of there. He could keep talking to himself. He could keep talking to himself because I don't know what bro is doing. Blood was yapping to himself. I'm like, bro, no one is talking to you anymore. Like, dog. Like, what? Yo, bro is like in a whole nother world by himself. I'm like, yeah, dog. You got it, little bro. Like, let me just get you up out of here. I'm like, yo, let me just keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo. Hold on. Wait, was there another save? 50. Oh yeah. Okay, it was highest was 52. Have you played Requiem? Not yet. I haven't had the budget to do it, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, so anyway, as I was the heck was I talking about? Oh yeah. For anybody who was curious, because like, I know some people were probably wondering like what I was talking about. So bro basically made up like he basically was trying to say like his entire argument was killers are OP. You're playing ghouls, so you automatically win for free. And then he started bringing up random names or some shit. I was like, I don't know what bro was talking about. The guy got banned. I did actually like I timed him out for like 24 hours. So if he does return, I could just ban him again, but I was trying to be a little bit more lenient today. You know? Trying to be a little bit more lenient. But yeah, so the point being mainly that I'm trying to, you know, put across here is the fact that like despite how hard they tried to pretend as if what I'm saying isn't true, they literally prove my point every time. And I find that to be so hilarious because it's like, how? You know what I mean? How do these people even function in the real world? This is like beyond me. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. It's kind of weird, man. It kind of hurt. It's kind of like weird, man. But let's go ahead and actually continue. Arguing with people like that is like playing chess with the pigeon. They'll knock over the piece of shit on the board, throw it around like they won. Guy got banned before I arrived. Are you gonna play the new Halloween game when it comes out? I want to see if I can collaborate with Duke Rye. If you guys have seen his content before, I want to see if I can collaborate with him and do some Halloween videos. And I want to see if I can either put that on this channel, on YouTube. And see if that like will do well. I'm not sure if it will, obviously, because it is not DBD. If not, then that's okay. Just thankful that he's gone. George, welcome in. This just came back. Seems like you finally stopped the self-torture. Hell yeah. More like wrestling with a pig. The pig gets happy, you get muddy. It's very true. Never played a Resident Evil game, you know I defo need to. Looked at the name he mentioned, it's a comp nurse player with 400 streak. So what does that have to do with anything, though? You know what I mean? In that sense, like, in response to what he was saying, I'm like, I wonder what that has to do with what anything about what we were talking about. You know what I mean? Because if we're trying to say, like, you know, these characters need these changes and buffs because they're clunky and they feel like shit to play. Like, what does that have to do with people asking for buffs on Nurse?
Welcome. Got some rare.
Like, I don't even, like, and I'm like, yo, who is, like, I'm like, who is out here unironically saying that Nurse needs a buff? So I'm like, yeah, bro started talking to himself. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stand back and head out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, at that point, I'm like, let me back up. Cause I'm like, clearly bro is on a tirade. Wasn't the first time we had a guy like that. That's true. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, let me stand back. Cause I'm like, you know, with the insane asylum that's the DBD community, like, you can't make any sense of it. It's not going to make sense. It never will. Like, no reason to really worry about it, you know? It is what it is. So that's where I'm coming from when it comes to that. I think we'll go for more firepower. Thank you.
Come back
anytime. That's what I'm saying. Like, so then, because I'm saying they need to buff Jason, so I guess he's a survivor main crying about Jason, I guess. Which, mind you, like I keep saying, like, Jason is ass. I will stand by that. I've said that about Springtrap too. Some people like to say, oh, Springtrap's not ass. Never noticed you can make a 6-shooter shoot 8 bullets. Hell yeah. RE logic. But as I was saying, like, I still stand by that because, number one, I say Springtrap is ass. So it's not even like I'm being disingenuous or I'm being, or I'm lying, or I'm trying to like LARP or whatever. Like I'm consistent. That's one thing that you could say, because there's a lot of shit you could say about anybody, really, but regardless. But one thing that you can say with full confidence is I'm fucking consistent. I am consistent. I don't like Jason because he's weak as shit. Then by golly, I'm not gonna like Springtrap either because it's the same character. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. And by golly, do I have evidence at the very least? Because we've covered different forms of evidence in every video. It's not as structured as like a video essay, but I don't want to waste my hours of my life trying to push that out for DBD. Ugh, the fuck? Like, you got me fucked up. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, okay. I'm like, okay, like, calm down, bro. I'm like, okay. Like, ah. Let's see. Yeah, we got some pretty good heals. Oh, I might have to kill all of them. Springtrap is dog shit. I was highly disappointed, and he's one of my favorite slashers besides Jason. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I was saying, like, if you think Springtrap, or if anyone thinks Springtrap is ass, by proxy, that means that Jason's ass, because he's the same character as him. They function exactly the same. They both teleport. You know, regardless of how you decide to teleport with Springtrap versus how you teleport with Jason, it's still the same shit. They both are locked into a position. They're both locked to a spawn point. There's the same character, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, say what you will, but he's still just as shit as Springtrap. And, you know, maybe people now will say, oh, he's pretty good. Oh, yeah. You know, but then give it time. Next thing you know, we're going to wake up one day and he's going to find out he's ass. Oh, I didn't intend to do that. You know what's really cool though is that I actually started playing The Last of Us again. I finished part 1 on the PS4 remaster version. Then I loaded up the PS4 version of the part 2. I think I would say with confidence I do hate I can't say I hate part 2, but I don't like part 2 that much. I think that it's lacking in a lot of areas, and it's definitely not very good, and for a lot of reasons. Now, people think that I'm saying like that Jason is essentially Ghostface 2.0 type beat in terms of strength. Not really. That's not really what I'm trying to say. Because when I do speak, I'm a little, what's the word for it? I speak a little bit, is the word inflammatory? I don't believe so. I speak in a way that makes people kind of jump in their seat a little bit, where they're like in defense to what I'm talking about, because of the way I decide to present and discuss a point, which is fair, right? Which is fair. So I understand that people will misinterpret what I'm trying to say, but at the same time, it also gets people to want to comment and talk about it. So it's like, it kind of works in my favor. But anywho, what I'm trying to get at is, if you're mid, that means by proxy you're ass in terms of DBD standards, in terms of DBD strength. So that's why I look at Wraith and I'm like, he's mid, but that also means he's not good, which not good means you're bad. So like, you know what I mean? I cut it down to that. I make it very simple. I'm like, if the character's not an S tier or an A tier and you're B tier, that means you're just bad. Like B is bad. You know what I mean? And then C is crap. And then D is don't play them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my rankings basically. I don't use the D minus, D pluses and all that kind of stuff. Yo, Ty makes a good point. He's like, why not just combine the herbs, pal? I'm like, yeah, you're right. I just leave them there because I just didn't feel like combining. But you're right. You're not wrong. So let me listen to Ty, because last time I didn't listen to Ty, I freaking died. So I'm like, no, we're gonna listen to Ty. He knows what he's talking about. All right, he's been playing the Unk games like this one since forever, so he knows more than I do. Okay. Trolling. No, but Ty was right, bro. I remember with the revolver, he was like, bro, just buy it. I was like, okay, I didn't want to, you know. But he was right. So I was like, I gotta listen to him. Oh, I thought he was gonna be coming a little bit slower than that. Ow. I shot him in the leg, which is strange that his head exploded. Well, I wonder why his head exploded if I shot him in the leg, but okay. It is a bit strange, but you know, not gonna question it. You know what I mean? We just rock with it. Like that song that goes "Rock with me," you know what I'm saying? All night, you know what I'm saying? It's just got to do that, you know. I think yeah, flaming. I think yeah. Like I tend to like flame a lot of shit that I talk about, but that's just because I'm trying to get my point across, and that's just how I express myself. However, you know what I mean? It's not the most like nuanced way to say it, because obviously it's just like normal conversation. I'm not trying to make a video essay, wink wink, nudge nudge. Check out the video essay channel when the videos go up. Wink wink, nudge nudge, wink wink, nudge nudge, cough cough. You know. Why do you have 3 inhibitors? Ty is old and wise. Old RE games are built on rules like the Matrix. Some can be bent, others can be broken. My leg. Yo, can we get some love in the chat for Mega Lag Lag for the 10? He says, I played Springtrap as my main for 6 months since I started DBD. The game was so stressful, and then I started playing 8-tier killers, and turns out I was not as bad at the game as I thought. I think that right there is worthy of discussion, because the thing is that people like to bring up the fact like, oh, well, you know, killers are just bad at the game, and it's like, that's not always the case. Like, results don't always signify skill in DBD. Being able to accomplish certain things, I think, is more of a metric than just saying, oh, he just won because he won, versus how they got there. I think is important to notice, because of the fact that I was looking at somebody playing Pig on Druss's channel, and he was playing like ass. But the fact that he had like the survivors were altruistic, all he did was just take advantage, and he didn't even play that good, and he still won the game. So my point is that he should have lost the match. He should have never won. He was bad. But the fact is that he wins because of the survivors' mistakes, and that right there says more about the game's balance and more about the game as a whole than it would for somebody who is like really good at the game. I consider myself to be like one of the greats at Ghostface in my heyday, you know what I'm saying? I guess you could say, because I retired him, so like I like to call it like the good old days in that sense. When I was sweating my ass off, I felt like I was able to do a lot with that character, right? But at the end of the day, right, like it doesn't really matter, right? Because he's not designed in a way that works. Is he gonna die at some point? Like, he's been taking a headshot every, like, freaking time. Is he done? Like, how many times is he gonna eat that? I gotta get him, yo! I'm like, bro, just come on. I gotta get that guy. I'm like, bro, just stop. Like, if he's up there, I'm gonna freaking cry laughing. Okay, he finally died. Key to the mine. Oops. Boing. Like, okay. Hey, I know y'all forgot. I know, Bunny, if you're listening, you know, I know we almost forgot about this, about the stim. You know, we almost forgot. We almost forgot. With the boing, we almost forgot. We almost forgot, but not this time. All right, hold on. We might have to pull out the shotty for this because there's a lot of heads. You know, it's fine. We'll pull out the shotty because I'm like, yo, there's gonna be a lot of heads that are pulling up to us. And I don't want them following me down the thing while I'm trying to, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm like, okay, hold on, bro. Like, hold on. I'm like, woo, okay. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. I'm like, all right, bro, like, calm down. Like, it's not that serious. I'm like, I got this guy now. Yeah, boys. Wait for my brother to stay up there, and I'm gonna stay down here and camp it, yo. I'm like, it's not gonna work. Like, it's not gonna work. All right, I can say that with confidence. We have the shotgun for a reason. Like, it's not gonna work like that. Bag man, it's not gonna work. I'm trying to look like Jason in part 2. Like, dog, it's not gonna work. Your time's up, chainsaw guy. I was gonna say chainsaw man, but I have to finish that anime first. Whoops. Oh no, we're out of ammunition. Oh shit. We're kind of screwed. Wait. Okay, I got the key, but then we gotta actually go over there. Hold on, boys. All right, Torch Man. Your time is up. Let me chop down those little legs of yours, little chicken legs you got. There you go. There you go. Pick this up too. Boing. All right. So, killer anxiety is huge. Has anyone seen the one girl that posted her cardio heart rate and her killer gameplay heart rate? I haven't actually seen that yet. Yo, Ty, put that in the reacts suggestion tab if you have a link for it, bro, in the Discord, because we can actually use that as a talking point. If survivors play perfectly every game, it'd be unplayable for killers without a doubt. Hell yeah. Vibranium, nerd metal for Marvel, your happy vocal stem, a hero at its peak. I'm gonna go see your next stream, V. Thanks for the killer request and enjoy RE. We'll see you later, Mr. V. Semi-durable fictional metal. Captain America's shield is made from vibranium. Does it vibrate? Get stronger from impact, so kinda. And goes, oh yeah. Mega says it's amazing how not having massive bunny ears makes mind games actually possible. It's true. Struggles often deflects direct impact. This is why bullets don't dent it. I would like to have some vibranium. Is insane work. Insane work. And Boo's like, wait. And oh, what the fuck? Oh fuck, what the fuck? out of ammo. This game is so good, bro. I want to get all the I want to get all the trophies for this game, honestly. But yeah, I've been playing The Last of Us Part 2. I'm on my grounded difficulty playthrough right now. Boing! So I'm trying to finish that up, obviously. I'm kind of... I want to make a video about it. I want to talk about my feelings and thoughts and things about the game. I would like to do that. It'd be very nice. Wait, can I like climb out? Hold on. Wait, can I climb out? Hello?
Bing bang.
Bing bong. Can I or okay. Can I? Oh my. Might be one of those shooting things. I just didn't think a bullet would actually make it move, but you know, at this point, anything is possible. Okay, can I? How come I don't see the dot on it though? I don't see the dot though on it. Like it's pointing at it, but it's not like on it. Like it's weird. Strange. And I can't like climb over. I climb this? No. But if I have to shoot it, how come it's like as if like the gun is not looking at it? Like it's weird. Oh, okay, because you're not supposed to shoot it. I guess, right? I mean, I just shot at it like twice. So can I throw a grenade at it or something? Oh. Yo, that actually was hilarious. That was pretty funny. Oh, okay, I don't know what bro. Oh, he's behind me too. The fuck? I'm trying to jump over, but then I hear the wow over here. Oh, I thought I could run past him. It's not gonna let me. Oh my, oh my. Jump over, jump over, jump over. Hey, hey! I'm like, okay, bro. God damn, reload, bro. Reload, hurry up! Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Before we get smacked, let me heal real quick. Yo, can this thing relax? Oh, I'm like, no, you don't. What the hell? God damn. God damn. Yo, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? I'm like, which, mind you, the Punisher would have went crazy on this thing. You play car games before? Like racing games? Cause like I'm not really a racing game enjoyer. I played a bit of Mario Kart though, but that was because it's Mario Kart, not because I like racing games. Oh. Oh, okay. It's getting kind of hairy. That's why I'm like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Jump over. Jump over, jump over. Wait, hold on. Whoa! I ain't dying like that. Hold up. Excuse me. Pardon me. By reload real quick. Oh my. What is this, a freaking roller coaster? Like, what the fuck is going on? No, my items! My items! Climb! Oh, my juicy items! No! Oh, they're over there. Oh, man. How am I gonna get them now? Sadness. Well, it is called the Stone of Sacrifice. Hey, it's called the Stone of Sacrifice, right? Which I appreciate the follow, L Seeker, by the way. Found your YouTube a while back, been loving your assessment of everything in DBD. Glad to see some Mario 4 getting love, though. Hell yeah, this is one of my favorite RE games. I've never played it before. So this has been my first playthrough this entire time we've been playing this game. It's my first playthrough ever. Never played it before. Which they got an ad, so hold on a moment. Wait till L returns and then we can continue. Hold on, we'll pause so that they can come back. Want the ad with the people. I'm gonna see how long does it normally take? Like a minute, maybe? Hopefully they'll say they returned. I hope. I don't know. Let us know. Have they returned? Let us know. It's taking a while, so we're just gonna keep... we're gonna tell you. Okay. Okay, where am I? Okay. I don't see any loot. Let's check the map. See what's up. Oh, I ended up walking the wrong way. Okay, I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, bro, calm down. Sorry to interrupt the bonfire, boy. Oh, God! Sorry to interrupt the bonfire, boys. Oh, God, my chest! What the... Yo, this dude's trying to choke me. Yo, get off of me, bro. Oh, that thing's gonna kill me for sure. Anyway. I would have had to kill them, I guess. It gave me an ad for a Minions movie. That's pretty funny. How dare you interrupt our family bonfire? I'm like, for real, Minions is still a thing? Facebook moms love them, true. So L Seeker has returned. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So this is my first playthrough of RE4 ever. I've never played this game before, and everything we've been playing so far has been my first playthrough. So that's what we've been doing with this particular game here. So that's what we've been up to with this game. Now, how much time do we have? Considering, okay, it's been about 2 hours. I need some time to actually edit and upload the Rivals thing too. Which, by the way, if you haven't checked out the Rivals channel, please check out the Rivals channel if you're into Rivals. I'm a tank main. I play a lot of tanks. And I'm actually going to be posting, I think, a Hella video tonight. So, I've been getting into Hella lately. I guess wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But regardless, been getting into Hella. How much time we got? I need a little extra time, so I think we can end it here. I think that's a good point to stop, I think. Because then it gives me enough time to work on what I need to work on. So Minion X Wendy's. Now I'm hungry. I love Wendy's. I had gotten a meal from Wendy's to try to get one of the collectibles, and they didn't give me my collectible. I was really upset. Yeah, like I was mighty salty. I was like, damn, like I didn't even get the thing I wanted to get. But anywho, I'll get the heck out of here. I think I'll take Bunny's advice, and the next time we go live, we could probably play Rivals. I think that'd be like really fun. I think it'll be like quick match though. I usually do ranked with my homie. So I don't want to like lose a bunch and then it kind of like throws off our rankings. Because you know we try to go through ranked around the same time to make it a little easier to track. Unless I do it on PC, but that's a different story. But regardless, appreciate you guys, bro. Like I keep saying, check out the other channels. I have it on the front page of the main channel, like, or I guess the DBD channel. So, so if you're curious of, you know, what they're called or what they are, you just go on the DBD channel. It'll be right at the top. It'll be right there. Or you can see the links within the chat. Sometimes you'll see a bot kind of come by, or the links in the video description. But anyway, I'm out of here.